Welcome to Facebook Live, everyone. That is Chris Gorham and Rob Butler walking back to the hotel. There they go. Once we're done, we will be joining them. And that is, of course, the Ted Bates statue, isn't it? Is it Ted Bates? Yeah. There he is. A statue not defaced by Villa fans, so that's always good to see. Welcome to outside of the St Mary's Stadium, which you can see behind me. I think the writing reverses if I do it like this, which is always a bit weird. I did a video report outside here, so I'll get to the game in a bit obviously, but I did a video report outside here in the Premier League a few years ago, and one of the corporate guys who'd had a lot of fun came out and mooned in the background of my video report, which of course was truly terrific. So the bobble hat is back. There you go. And maybe more importantly, slightly, Norwich City have exited the FA Cup at the third round replay stage. That is a shame. They lost to a Shane Long goal in the second minute of injury time, only 3 added minutes. That was quite galling, given City played pretty well-ish. It's hard because, I mean, Alec Neil himself 2 years ago would say that playing defensively is the easiest way you can set a team up. It takes almost to the point where it takes no effort. Well, they did that tonight and couldn't really make it count on the break. They had a couple of nice moments without really creating chances. There was one that Carl Lafferty couldn't quite get on the end of from Josh Murphy. But Norwich defended well. They got stuck in. Southampton were, they barely got out of third gear themselves. I mean, it was a brilliant advert for not having replays. I mean, literally, just give us 30 minutes more football in the first game and then a penalty shootout, because this just wasn't worth it. There were 13,500 fans here, I think, and that for a game that was only 12 quid. So, and I think well over 1,000 Norwich City fans, and I'm sure someone told me 1,600, but there were loads of Norwich fans, and they were all in great spirits, as you would have seen from the start of the game. So, I don't think they were reasonably happy enough. It was hard to tell. I couldn't work out how happy they were. They weren't very happy with Nathan Redmond. He got booed when he came on, which seemed a bit harsh, given he got more of a mixed reception when he came on at the game at Carrow Road. No, a good reception, to be honest. I have to say fair play to Russell Martin, because he didn't look comfortable at left back, and he put a shift in and he covered the ground. Alec Neil made it out as if he was just picking up Josh Sims, so it was him against Sims, and that was that. But I don't think it's quite that straightforward. He had to play it positionally and on his wrong side with the ball, so it almost underlines how defensively Alec Neil was probably drilling them, to be honest, that it was literally stop you man, I don't care about the rest of it. And I would have preferred to see Robbie Brady there, but apparently that would have meant Russell Martin would have been in midfield. So maybe he saved him one way or the other. A word for Ben Godfrey, who I thought was really good. Really showed that he can play in a game like this, which makes me think he could probably play in the Championship. Really, it'd be nice to see him trusted and see what he could do. Maybe if Norwich really got short, he's certainly got the physique to play at this level. He's a man. He looks like a man. He's not going to get pushed over by anyone. And I thought he deserved some credit for his performance. I mean, the rest was all right, really. In truth, it was an awful game, and no one was really stretched. Professionally, I'm really happy there wasn't injury time or extra time, because no one really wants an extra half an hour. So I think that was a benefit, even though it comes at defeat, and that will be disappointing. And hopefully it doesn't have any negative connotations for a game coming up against Wolves, which is going to be, Rotherham was a hiding to nothing, but Paul Lambert would love to get one over Norwich on Saturday. He'd love to make it as awkward as possible for his old club. So we'll see what they get, because he'll certainly make sure that Wolves are up for it, and they do seem to be playing in the mould that he quite likes. No Paddy, apologies for that. He's busy working away to get the newspaper deadlines done. We didn't get to speak to a player afterwards. I think Norwich were kind of keen to get away, so that is what it is. But Paddy's busy working away, so make sure you catch pinken.com, which will have all the stories, and of course the newspaper, the Evening News, and the Eastern Daily Press will be out in the morning too, with that sort of stuff. So that's all good, and I guess yes, hello Garfield Brown. Shall I answer a question? How's 4 centre-backs? Yeah, they look tight, as you would expect from 4 centre-backs. They did look tight, and they had, but that was all they were trying to do a lot of the time. They did counter quite well. They just couldn't really create any clear-cut chances. So, but they're playing Southampton. They're playing a Premier League team. They played some academy kids who made a lot of changes, but it was still a strong side. It wasn't like it was a gimme side at all. It sounds like the injury news. Thank you. I will go home very soon. The injury news sounds quite promising for Saturday. Johnny Howson's ankle may be mostly precautionary. We didn't see him tonight, so hopefully he'll be okay for Saturday, which would be a big a big bonus. No Matt Jarvis. That to me sounds like he's going to be out for a few weeks with his hamstring strain, which is worse for Matt Jarvis himself rather than Norwich possibly. Whittaker again. I think that was just precautionary. So I don't think we'll see. I think there's a good chance we could see them back on Saturday, and I think he'll be okay. He'll have a side to. He'll have a side to compete on Saturday that's pretty close to full strength, I guess. Yes, it was surprised to see Sergi Canos come on. He did okay, although I thought he looked a little bit short work rate wise. So, and I would still imagine he's one they're going to look to ship out. Brady, there are ongoing negotiations, but Norwich aren't going to sell until it's on their own terms, so I would still expect him to go this window, but we'll have to see when and then who Norwich can get in his place. And I think that's all bases covered, really. That is the FA Cup for another season. We stretched it out into 2 games. That counts as a run. We'll take that. Could have really done without the midweek game, but there we go. A big well done to the guys back in the studio at the Pink & Show, Jake and Darren and everyone. Well done. I caught some of the show on YouTube. It streamed live, the Pink & Show this evening. So not only was it on Mustard TV on the actual channel, but it was actually streamed as a show live on YouTube. And the exciting thing is that hopefully we're going to do that much more. It'll mean that you guys can get involved. And of course we've got deadline day coming up as well. And as we all know, it doesn't matter if anything happens on deadline day. It's just being there. So that's exciting. I look forward to us doing more live stuff. But well done to the team down in Norwich. Good stuff. And I'm going to sign off because my arm aches and it's getting cold, and that's Southampton. So don't forget, we've got the presser coming up on Friday, and then there'll be a game against Wolves on Saturday, which might not be quite as positive tonight. It will depend as how things go, and today wasn't that positive because Norwich lost 1-0, but there we go. I don't think too many players from today have necessarily played themselves into contention, maybe apart from Ben Godfrey, so how it all pans out, we will see. But I'm going to sign off, and as I do that, you can see it's very dark here at Southampton. There it is. You can see it with the lights the right way around now. Southampton. So it's a good stadium, given it's quite a bit older now. It's sort of held its good looks, and I'll leave you with a bit of Ted Bates.